guy who can save the mutant population. And so as a display of his honesty, or whatever you want to call it, right, altruism, basically saying, I can follow through on this promise that I'm making you, Apocalypse is going to march out 4 horsemen, 3 of whom
it was a
and X-Men 97 so far, and they're going to have modified abilities. Character number 1.
complete game from him in every sense of the word. We'll see what he has in store tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Now, here's Lillard. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. With the shot. No good from Beasley.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And sports may be the ultimate meritocracy. Does it matter where you're from, Greg, your background? You got to have game, right?
Kevin, it's a beautiful thing. Some players grew up with a father in the NBA. Others were a world away. Either way, when you get here, you know you've earned it.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Timberwolves also changing it up. Towns comes in.
For some reasons, never fully explained by Marvel Comics, and then he returns. But his return
for Naz Reid, and it's McDaniels in for Mike Conley. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to cement himself, Greg, as Minnesota's franchise player.
He is one of the best young players in the league with clear superstar potential. The future of the Timberwolves starts with Edwards.
Money, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for Milwaukee.
They've not been passive at all on defense early on. Challenging shots, and it's resulted in a number of blocks.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes. And when you talk about Giannis's defense, he really has some unique attributes.
Boy, does he ever, Greg. I mean, you think about his length, his athleticism, his agility. He's a guy who can defend the ball and the screener almost at the same time because of that great length. So offenses sometimes go away from him in the pick and roll, which allows him to kind of play free safety on that back line as a rim protector.
And the basket by Lillard.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Here's Money by Lillard. Over to the left wing. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Puts the move on. Good as the jump shot falls. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Could have, and Marvel, I can give you the power that you need.
Beasley, the pass to Portis. There's the dish to Lillard. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Milwaukee making a switch in. Beverly's checked in. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Money. 7 points in the game. For 3. Hits it from three-point range. Money's got 10.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
against Conley. Now the pass to Beverly. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Gobert with a screen on Beverly. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
One of the best lob partners in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Maybe, possibly, maybe he was snatched up by Apocalypse. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, and I will catch you all later. Peace.
I need some money. Yo, Darius, can I borrow a couple dollars? Don't we all do? How much you talking about, though? At least like 500. Back. Try to cook. I appreciate y'all, man.
Now, Giannis. Last game he had 28 points. Lillard, a screen on Towns. Here's Giannis. And rebounded by McDaniels.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Gobert with a screen on Beverly. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. And Middleton subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Minnesota also with the sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. Gobert with a screen on Lillard. Here's Money. Out left to the wing. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And with plenty of games still ahead, here's a quick rundown of the power rankings thus far. Look at Cleveland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
I think Minnesota, they have been very competitive. Maybe a little up and down, but it looked like they were figuring things out. They need to recapture that energy.
Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Towns the screen. Launches a 3, and down it goes. 3.
Try, so they don't care about me. I don't care about them. You feel me? That's how I feel. And then I just dropped this today, gaining control through the bird. All right, no more sovereignty. It's some weird stuff going on, y'all, but I gotta keep y'all informed.
Corner falls in from Money. He's got 13.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Giannis dishes to Lillard. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Money, covered by Giannis. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Beasley. Bucks leading by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Milwaukee's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And it's Lillard missing. Here's Money. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Right back after this break.
Aaliyah, OTE, Steven Sorbsby. This is the best camera angle on 2K on Snaps his ankles. Give me 3. This is the best camera angle on 2K on
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
Well, we know how pivotal three-point shooting has become in this league, and we're seeing it again tonight. They're firing lasers and doing damage.
Yeah, they're spacing the court and finding open shots.
So I just wanted to answer that for the comment section from last
And
video.
with
So I'm gonna have to
All-Star
play
Weekend
tight to him.
approaching,
You can notice my
love
strategy
the
with playing
three-point
this man. It's
shootout.
gonna be a
Here
little
are some
bit
of the
different.
possible
Let's see,
contenders.
though.
The field is really coming into focus now. You know these guys are putting in some extra shots after practice.
Like this, right
Hoping
here.
practice makes
Going
perfect,
strong
because
to
you
the rim.
almost
I'm
need
gonna
a
have to
perfect
make sure I
performance
stick
to
with
win
Curry
this
the
one.
whole way. I'm gonna go up and under one
And that is
time.
it for
You see, I'm
halftime,
going
folks.
into
It
my
is back to
SGA
Kevin Harlan and the
bag
crew
one
for the
time.
second half.
Stop, pump, up and under. The defender is losing himself. Somebody asked me, what are my camera settings in NBA 2K?
Guys, Mom, what's poppin'? Richard Minter, Gabriel Cross, Mr.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And what a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taking full advantage of it.
And Greg, with the coaching changes in Milwaukee, where are they looking for improvement?
Okay, they've been dominant in the regular season. The playoffs.
If you're on Xbox, you don't got to worry about it, but it makes like your triggers feel kind of stiff. I absolutely hate it. Getting into some important, you can green free throw timing, obviously, because it's the turn off because of how big the meter is. Yeah, I think that's the turbo and fatigue meter on, so you know if you're tired or not. This really doesn't affect me as a center, but I know as like a guard, it can. This is where like you can turn your dribble stick to only dribble moves or shots or something like that in case maybe you're dribbling around and you accidentally shoot the ball, which I've seen happen to people plenty of times. If you don't want that, the only downside to this is I don't believe you can stick dunk and stuff if you only have it on dribble moves, so that's why I just leave it on default. Yeah, that's true. This is good right here. This is not really talked about a lot, but I don't know if you guys have ever heard the term dexing, but which is like moving in one direction off ball and then moving back to the other one quickly. If you throw the pass to them while they're doing that, this kind of leads the pass to them. And so you want to 100% make sure this is on, because that'll help people off ball that you're passing to get open off of, you know, movement and stuff like that. So make sure you have this on. Skip pass is when you hold the X or A button and it'll skip the person in between, kind of, if you don't feel like icon passing. This is a quick way of, like, you know, getting a skip pass down the court. And this is also why what I was telling you guys with the R1L1, how that was taken out of the game.
Require adjustments. That chess match is where they hope to improve.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. But 2 towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Money in at the point.
So you're not having to, like, flick your stick depending on where you are on the court. It's all the same and easier to remember. Who to guard is off for me as a center, but if you're like a lock or a point guard or a shooting guard, you're defending ball handlers, you can have this on.
And Towns drops them both. And with Towns, we're looking at one of the best three-point shooting big men in the NBA, Clark. He is something to watch.
He really...
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Ma'am, do you have anything you want to say? Shelby Hewitt was silent as she left her arraignment Tuesday. The 32-year-old Canton woman is accused of posing as a 16-year-old and then a 13-year-old and attending multiple Boston public schools for the last academic year. Very mature. This teen befriended her at Burke High School. She says they had class together and talked on the phone often.
She just kind of seemed normal, like nice, sweet, quiet.
Prosecutors allege Hewitt used her position as a social worker with the Department of Children and Families to instead create a fake identity as a teen in DCF custody, with fake emails, documents, and phone numbers used to enroll in school.
This intricate but false narrative of being an extremely traumatized child with significant special educational needs. And emotional needs.
In reality, she's a 32-year-old with several degrees. This 2016 UMass commit.
If you want... Shit's getting weird. Part infinity. On this episode of Why the Whites Wonder.
Hey guys, I'm in the Florida Everglades and I'm helping this swamp puppy cross the road. You won't get hit by a car on my watch, buddy. Hey, Mr. Cottonmouth. No way I'm gonna yoink you. Just kidding, I did. But never do that, guys. Time for the rock test. Yep, he's right there. Works every time. Hey guys, I'm in the Amazon rainforest and I'm gonna shut this swamp puppy's jaws. Ooh, yoink. You sure are pretty, but now let's show you something extremely venomous. Right here, I'm holding one of the most feared snakes in South America. This is the fertile ant responsible for the most bites in this region. Ooh, what do we got here? Yoink. Oh, this guy's not coming off. This is an Amazon tree boa, but I'm still looking for that 20-foot anaconda. I also got a BBC. That means baby black caiman.
Day 1176 of trying to figure out why the whites wonder. I've made some strides, yes. I've made some progress. Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
You spend $811 to wear pea-stained jeans? Menswear brand Jordan Luca is making waves with these bizarre-looking pants, which debuted on the runway in 2023, but are now available for purchase online. Unfortunately, the dark wash has sold out, but if you want to get your hands on a pair, you're in luck. The lighter wash design is on sale for just $608. Where would you wear them?
Nowhere. The fuck? First of all, $800, motherfucker, I can make them shits for free. And sold out? I mean, I'm not even surprised. Y'all motherfuckers will buy anything, bro. Like, for example, today I heard about this brand, Golden Goose or something like. Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
Welcome back to ABC News Live First. It's the rap beats that keeps going back to back. Drake and Kendrick Lamar are trending after taking aim at one another over the weekend in 5 different songs, one of them dropping overnight.
Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation.
And Drake's latest record, The Heart Part 6, already has 8 million plays on YouTube and is a direct response to Kendrick's Not Like Us song. I want to bring in Anscape senior culture writer and author of It Was All a...
I'm sorry, ABC News. Why are you talking about this? Like, I know it's a trending topic, but I saw this and I was like, what does ABC News know about hip hop?
We don't. That's why we have to bring in our naked hip-hop analysts to really break down the lyrics for the culture.
Yeah, so we had Wendy's, right? Finna give me a $5 biggie bag or whatever. And I'm looking, and I know something ain't right. So I look at the top. Y'all see that Wendy, huh? Why they got a black Wendy put to the back and a non-colored Wendy put to the front? Look at this. I wouldn't eat it because the Wendy used to be black or something. Like, I'm just questioning. Yeah, so we had Wendy's, right? Finna give me a $5 biggie bag or whatever.
It's a format.
Ultra running shoes help you stay comfortable and stay out there. With room for your toes, you can run the way.
My name is N. Sabanur. Oh dear.
He is, and when you add in everything else he does, Kevin, he's one of the best players in the league, period.
The big man, Giannis with a nice touch.
You know, that's a nice little shot to have in your repertoire. Just a lovely touch on that little flaw from Antetokounmpo.
Here's Money, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Money's got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Timberwolves. And here's Beasley. This is to Lillard.
Good news is we know the show's been renewed for season 2. They're most of the way done working on it. They're working on season 3 right now. And it sounds like we've got renewed for season 4. The actual episode is coming.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. And no good that time.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Money, covered by Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Edwards. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Antetokounmpo against Edwards. Here's Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Anthony Edwards. Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Outside, Towns. Pass to Money. Gobert, the screen. Money, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Beasley. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the Bucks, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat.
And I think for Milwaukee, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaches. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
And so Milwaukee, again, turning it over. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Gobert with a screen on Lillard. Here's Money. Offensive rebound. Out to Edwards. Here's Money. 23 points in the game. Back to Edwards. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Money. And it's Damian Lillard with the three. Lillard's got 18 points in the game.
And this is Lillard's bread and butter. He's always ready to pull from that range.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Chris Middleton. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Money, covered by Beasley. Pass to Money. Clock is at 3. Out to the wing. Towns for 3. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Beasley in the post. Defended by Gobert. Back to Giannis. It's Beasley on the wing. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Edwards passes to Money. Gobert with a screen on Lillard. Here's Money, covered by Lillard. Gobert, and the shot is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
It's too easy for him when he's that close. The defense has to put a body on Gobert inside.
Giannis with it. 9 points in the game so far. Over in the corner, Lillard. Back to Giannis. Using his size, Giannis.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
There's the lob to Towns. Stolen by Middleton. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Gobert with the block.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
Towns down low. Antetokounmpo's there. The shot, no good.
Clark, when you think of top rebounders today, Rudy Gobert is a name that comes to mind.
Yeah, he's super long and tall, but that's not just why he's such a dominant rebounder. He's got a real good knack for reading where balls are coming off, and the timing that he has is pretty impeccable, too. And even though he's north of 7 feet tall, he does a good job boxing out as well.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Rudy Gobert is a fierce competitor. He says the average fan might not understand what I bring to the table, but the GMs in the league do. I want to be the best defensive player of all time. I want to be a force, and I want to win championships. I've got to set the tone every night. Kevin?
And he does. He is a stopper, no doubt about it. David, thank you. Tries it from 19.
Back online.
Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Timberwolves trail by 4. Towns, a screen on Beasley. Money passes to Towns. Knocked away. It's stolen by Gobert. He kicks to Edwards. Passes it to Money. Towns, a screen on Beasley. 55 seconds left in the third. 4-on-3 break. Giannis with it. Picked up by Edwards. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. They could use a bucket, and Middleton with the block.
Good instincts that time from Middleton. Sensed the shot was coming and got there just in time.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Mike Conley with the rebound. Conley's got his 4th rebound in this one. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lillard. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Giannis outside. With 4 seconds on the clock. No good on the shot.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, he has to connect from there.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Bucks on top, up by 2. And will return shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here.
Prime Sentinels invade Wakanda. We get a Black Panther and Dora Milaje cameo. Notice he's wearing the cape in the marble.
Making a change here. Bassey's checked in. And then for Minnesota, Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Gobert. And Money subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
We've got Patrick Beverley. Portis is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Bassey in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Here's Money. And he drives in. That's tipped, and they get it back. Reed misses. Bucks leading by 3. Pass to Beverley. The Bucks working the ball around. Beasley outside. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And, even though they're on top, they're winning. They could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And the basket by Money.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Minnesota?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steal.
And also also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And finished off by Anderson.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Conley against Lillard. It's up a three. The rebound by Anderson.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Anderson, a screen on Beverly. Here's Money. Up and in on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And Lillard kicks to Beverly. Up top, Portis. He's covered by Anderson. Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Anderson passes to Conley. To the middle. Reed misses. Bucks trail by 5. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Three-pointer, Lillard hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Here's Money, defended by Beverly. Money passes to Anderson. 5 to shoot. Here's Money. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Milwaukee's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Lillard against Conley. Lillard, the pass to Beasley. Offensive rebound. Portis sets the pick for Beasley. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
Look at Beasley stepping up in the big moment. Being the guy for this team when they need him to do just that.
Both teams will make substitutions. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And Lillard kicks to Giannis. To the paint to take the lead. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists tonight. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Free throw good, Edwards. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Here's Lillard. Gobert with the block. Here's Money inside to the left wing. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
The Bucks trail. Lillard with it. Picked up by Edwards. Beyond the arc. Lillard misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Towns gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Town. Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Here's Lillard finishing with force.
Shook that building all the way up.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Pass to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 5 on the clock. Here's money. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Edwards. The rebound by the Bucks. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And Beasley has the ball here for Milwaukee. Trailing by 2. Timeout called the Bucks. They trail by 2. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Over to the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Edwards.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 4. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's the lob into the Kumbo. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
You can almost feel the mindset he has. I mean, when the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And an intentional foul right there.
Been dragging him around all game, bro.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws. No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Antetokounmpo, no good. And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. For 3, Middleton. The shot, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
A cameo from Spider-Man in his original Mary Jane, who he found after the events of his original animated series finale. Bo DeMeo confirmed that he did find his original Mary Jane, like this is that version. This guy in the Letterman jacket over here, too, is kind of giving me Flash Thompson vibes. Morph does Wolverine to solid and changes into Jean Grey to try and get him to hold on longer, telling him she loves him. I think Morph also has feelings for Wolverine too, so that's kind of why he did this as well. Their plan doesn't work fast enough, but Professor X is able to finally help Magneto escape his mind before it collapses and remember who he is, that he is Magneto and he has powers. When he says Magneto lives, that's also the line out of the comics too. And he uses his powers to finally stop Asteroid M from falling and pull it back into space. There are a bunch more Easter eggs here too.
Great week. Keep pushing.
How are you able to adapt to your game and slow down the current player of the month?
before he became Ant-Man. There's a Stark Industries ad up here at the top. This is Sunspot's family company.
You got to bring your.
But just as they're saving the day, the asteroid MC will break into pure energy with this giant explosion of energy that scatters across the sky. But I'm sure before the end of the episode, everybody had this theory, like, what if they were just teleported across time and space? Because it doesn't look like they were being blown to bits. It looked like they were being teleported in an explosion. They could have us later. Most people have assumed that everybody in space died. The X-Mansion's still chained up, still in ruins, but Forge is down in the lab, like coming through looking for gear. Notice he's got a board with the status of all the different X-Men. It's actually meant to be a reference to the end credit scene cards where they actually show you the status of all the different X-Men on the screen here. But he's basically trying to keep the X-Men organization running, so just keeping a tally of where everybody is, whether they're presumed dead, whether they're just missing, whether they've gone AWOL and they're still alive on planet Earth, or if they're on some other planet. The news broadcaster is saying the Great and Creed is running for president of the United States against President Kelly. That's a season 2 teaser. We're also probably seeing the Purifiers come back with him too. Going to be a couple different timelines that we'll visit in season 2. Kind of what they've been doing during the Loki series. Then we get Bishop finally coming back, finally walking into the lab. This is Forge from present day, who hasn't met him yet, but they're friends in the future, which he jokes about, like, oh, we haven't met him yet. I know there'll be tons of questions about this too. Just going to the actual board on Forge's wall here. You got Cyclops, Jean Grey, Storm, Beast, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, Sunspot, Professor X, Thor, Rogue, Archangel, Wolverine, and Cable all missing or presumed dead because they were either in the explosion of the mass teleportation or the ones who were on planet Earth when the explosion happened have just taken off. I think the reason why Archangel is missing, presumed dead, is because he probably took off looking for Apocalypse again. So he kind of went AWOL, basically. Remember, Archangel was one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse, and Apocalypse does show up referencing the 4 horsemen at the end of the episode. Jubilee and Sunspot have gone AWOL, meaning that they're not dead because they weren't in the path of the blast. They probably just took off together on a long vacation. Cable's also gone AWOL too, but because he's trying to figure out where everybody was teleported to in time and space. So Cable is still in present day as far as we know. The other people on the board, like Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, are listed as being off-planet. They're probably either on another plane of existence or in another dimension. That's probably what that means. Colossus is active and fine on this planet. Magic, his sister, Colossus' sister, is also active and fine. As is Iceman. A lot of people wondering when we're going to see Iceman this season. Havoc, Exodus, Kitty Pryde, and Emma Frost. Everybody been wondering this season that there'd be a Kitty Pryde cameo. It sounds like all those characters, like the ones that are still around and active, that aren't listed as being AWOL, will come back and be part of the X-Men team on this Earth in present day. Like, you got a bunch of different X-Men teams in different times and places across the multiverse. The X-Men die all the time. We've been doing this for a long time. This isn't our first rodeo. So basically, they'll band together in the present day of the universe and start to find out where everybody got teleported to across the timeline. Then we actually check in with all the different groups to the different places they got teleported to. We see Rogue, Nightcrawler, Magneto, Professor X, and Beast got teleported to ancient Egypt in 3000 BC and wind up finding young Apocalypse before he was enhanced with celestial technology. Like, totally chill dude, fun to hang out with Apocalypse. Cyclops and Jean Grey were sent to the future in 3960 AD, like very distant future. Crest Coast that they speak of is actually based on a solo comic book title called The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. Is this alternate reality future adventure that Cyclops has involving a lot of the other characters that are close to him, like a version of Jean Grey, a version of Rachel Summers, a version of Cable. But it's all meant to be an alternate reality version from a distant future. I think they've simplified that for the TV show. In all the different places that people got teleported to are in the same timeline, just different points along that one timeline, not alternate realities. But the idea is in this post-apocalyptic place, it's long after, like many millennia after Apocalypse has conquered the world. So like Apocalypse...
Boom, and out he heard fuck, fuck, fuck. You know that. Boom, and out he heard fuck, fuck, fuck. You know that. Boom, and out he heard fuck, fuck, fuck. You know that.
Big fun. Big fun.
Okay, what? It doesn't matter what I post. I could literally be like, this is my shoe. And someone is going to comment, oh, as detected, opinion rejected. Like, what? Okay, what? It doesn't matter what I...
Time. Mother Ascani is just an alternate reality version of Rachel Summers, who was the daughter of Cyclops and Jean Grey from an alternate reality, who winds up getting lost in the time stream, creating this tribe in the distant future, like the Clan Ascani, as she says. This is all out of a super deep-cut comic book.
We're a long way from Quest Coast, Sapien Cast.
Some of you also probably recognize the voice actor. It's actually a celebrity cameo here. It's Gates McFadden doing Mother Ascani, basically an older, alternate version of Rachel Summers. Then we also get another alternate reality future young version of Nathan, aka Cable. What they might do on the show, though, is because I think this is all going to be from the exact same timeline, just different points along the timeline, they'll find out that this is the future that Cable as a child wound up getting sent to eventually. So even though it was different in the comic, this version of Cable that they meet on the show will actually be the real version of Cable, who they know as an adult, but they never knew him as a child. But you have to remember, at this point, in this place, Apocalypse has been ruling over the world for a long, long time. So we'll probably see at least 3 different versions of Apocalypse on the show in Season 2. Then we go back to ancient Egypt. This base that they see of Apocalypse is right out of the Blood of Apocalypse comic book, which they might be using for the storyline in Season 2, or part of it for the storyline. And I love the look on everyone's faces and the way they react when they realize who they've met. Like, oh, it's Apocalypse. Ending on a zinger from Beast.
Oh dear.
The reason why they use the to be continued card is because they've already been renewed through Season 3, Season 4 now, I think. So they've been working on Season 2 for like a year or more now. So a lot of those episodes are probably good to go at this point. We might get Season 2 episodes next year, like fingers crossed. Do not want to wait like 3-4 years to get another season. I will do a much bigger video for Season 2 tomorrow. But notice this time, during the end credits, they actually update the roster display, removing a bunch of X-Men from it, because so many of them got displaced across the timeline in different places. Then, because it is a Marvel production, of course we get a post-credit scene. It'd be weird if there was no post-credit scene, at least in the finale. In present-day Genosha, in the main timeline, like main universe here, Apocalypse returns in the present, because remember, he came back at the end of the original series, so he's still alive in present day, just kind of hiding in the shadows this whole time. But notice the voice actor is new because the original voice actor passed away a while ago, so R.I.P. Really love the original voice actor for Apocalypse. He comments on all the death and destruction and pain that everyone is feeling, all the mutants, and picks up a burnt piece of one of Gambit's playing cards, sensing their pain, and goes out on the word death.
So much death.
Confirming my theory that he will probably resurrect Gambit as his Horseman of Death, like he did in the comics, which also came from the Blood of Apocalypse storyline. So it just feels like they're queuing up a couple really big deep cuts and a couple very clear storylines and references to the comics in Season 2. But there were so many references, so many Easter eggs. The episode was such a banger. I was so happy with the way the season went down. Like, I could not have been more happy with the way things went. You can just see all the people that made the show saying, how dare you doubt us? Kevin Feige better give us like 10 seasons of this show now. Everybody post all your reactions in the comments, all your favorite moments from the episode. And if you have any big questions you want me to address for Season 2, just write them below in the comments and I'll try to add them to that video. There's a bunch of big stuff coming up. I'll start doing more Season 2 videos. And then we have a bunch of other trailers that Marvel released at their big upfronts for the live action stuff. I'll try to do some videos for that stuff too, but they didn't post those online. Everybody click here for my X-Men 97 Season 2 video. I'll update the link as soon as I post that. And click here for that Daredevil Born Again trailer video and the other trailers that they just released at their big upfronts. I'll update that link too as soon as I post those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Go ahead.
I think I'm a 12. Yeah.
Like 7.5, 8.
I'm a 7. 8. 7.5, 8.
Okay, so you're a 12.
Yeah.
I love your confidence.
Is it confidence or delusion?
It's definitely confidence, I think. I think that I am the most prettiest girl in the world.
You're 25, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be more attractive in 10 years than you are now?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be more attractive in 20 years?
Yeah.
30 years?
Yeah.
Okay, now you're just...
No, I'm a magic person, right?
55.
And I'm
yeah,
like
okay.
a manifestation baddie or whatever you want to call it. I feel like I've been manifesting that I just keep getting hotter. And so whenever I look at myself, I just feel like I'm getting
What
hotter.
about when you're 75 in 50 years?
Be honest. Probably just the same, honestly.
How many you got? Like 2. I'm gonna give you 4 right after this. Don't even worry. God, what are you talking about right now, bro? Like, I have... So I'm your bruh. I'm your bruh now. It just means that you're my friend. I know what it means. I created everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I gave you all this comedy when I created you, and this is what you wanted to do with it. But wouldn't you know, though? I'm sorry. Get inside before I change my mind. I love you, don't Get inside before I change my mind. How many you got? Like 2. I'm gonna give you 4 right after this. Don't even worry. God, what are you talking about right now, bro? Like, I have... Bro, you still struggling to find an apartment?
Yeah. If you still have a problem shooting a movie in 2K24, make sure your shot, timing, visual cue is on set point. That's how I'm shooting like this. If you still have a problem shooting a movie in 2K24, make sure your shot, timing, visual cue is on set point. That's how I'm shooting like this. If you still have a problem shooting a movie in 2K24, make sure your shot, timing, visual cue is on set point. That's how I'm shooting like this. If you still have a problem shooting a movie in 2K24,